It's another good morning here, and this video will be about the Progressive Industries model EMS-HW30C energy management system. So this is the EMS-HW30C partially installed, and what I've done is I put in the twist lock 30 amp 125 volt connectors using a section of number 10 cable. If you look inside the unit, what you will see is this is a donut current transducer or transformer. It's on the loader output side. So this is the input side and this is the output side. And as you can see, the input side has the male stakes. That's for safety. So the output is protected. So when we plug this thing in, there's no possibility of damage. When received, the unit comes with items packed within. Those items include the unit itself, of course, and inside the unit we have this readout, cable to connect it to the EMS right here. Some additional mounting and grounding hardware. The hardware is actually attaching the lid. Only 2 screws are attached. That's nice. And of course, literature, including this brochure and this manual. So, one of the things they recommend is taking the cover off the contactor and make sure there's no plastic parts floating around, which I did. 2 screws, small Phillips. The unit has a lifetime guarantee and warranty. This is the MOV metal oxide varistor surge protector. It's a board. That's guaranteed for life for the unit. So if the MOVs fail, then they are expendable. You just replace it. I decided to put the connectors in so that if there's any issues, I can just remove it. That's additional expense. It will be mounted within a compartment in the camper van, and very, very easy to bypass it. So let's put the lid on it and power it up and see what happens. To do the test, I've got my handy dandy 115 volt 15 amp or 20 amp adapter to the RV power plug. I have the RV cable here, and it has been modified. Our RV cable now has this on one end, which matches the input side of the, or line side of the EMS, and the other end I've attached Camco adapter. You'll notice that the connector is polarized. Say one of them has a little dog leg in it that matches this on the plug on the line side of the EMS. Installing these is pretty straightforward. The 2 of the 3 are labeled with color green as well as white, so the third one is the black, and we just match everything up. Now we follow the instructions. So we have white straight through to white, we have black straight through to black, and then we have ground, which you can see is tied to this aluminum grounding strip. So we have ground from one, ground from the other, and this all matches the diagram in the lid of the EMS, so pretty straightforward. To assemble the connector, we just push it on and then we rotate it slightly. And you see the screws now align, and this cannot be pulled off. So there we go. One thing about the installation, Progressive recommends we don't over tighten these clamp screws, as they could damage the cable, causing a short. So it takes a little bit of caution there. And the stop indicator simply says, read the owner's manual prior to receiving. Should you have operational issues or feel there may be missing parts, do not return the product, call us. And they provide a number Monday through Friday. As I said, the instructions are pretty straightforward, including photos, troubleshooting, and so on. So there you go. And this is a wiring diagram that matches the one under the lid. And this shows you the way it should look when it's done, as well as how to strip the number 10 cable. Before powering it up, we need to install the indicator. That's one of the instructions. Do not insert these cables, it says in bold, with the unit powered. So probably a surge issue, who knows. There we go. Clicks right in. It looks like a standard telephone cable. They say it is not, and it actually has more contacts. Most phone cables today only have 2. This is equivalent to some of the older phones. Anyway, we plug that in. Once we find the end, there it is. Click, click, and now we're ready to go and power it up. Okay, the unit's powered up. The video is actually what's giving us this flickering. Looking at it myself, I don't see that. It must be the refresh rate of the screen. So this diagnostic display, if you will, is cycling through information on the power on the incoming load line side, provides us with an indication of errors, which is E0, no errors, normal. It provides us with voltage, incoming 120 volts. It then also, and you see it continues repeats. So we have voltage, we have 0 amps, and we have 60 hertz, and we have no errors. And we'll cycle through this indefinitely. One more item on the remote display is this switch. And this switch is a bypass. What it does is it switches the contactor here, permanently latches it on, in other words, so that the EMS is disabled. So in the event, this is provided apparently for the event of a malfunction of the unit, with this switch, it's turned off. So in the off mode, the surge protection part, the MOVs, are functional because they are connected. And don't do this yourself. I'm going to open it with power applied. The MOVs are connected permanently to the incoming power. So they're always in use. But the switching, the control for the switching of the contactor, that has been disabled with the unit in the off position. Turn it back on, and it will start cycling through to tell us what the conditions of incoming power is. On power up, there's a 15-second delay while the unit analyzes power, and you just heard that loud snap. That's the contactor coming in. So until that 15 seconds has been completed, the load or output side of the EMS is disconnected. So first power is tested by this unit, and then when dictated to be within tolerances that are safe for the electrical system of the RV, camper van, power is then applied through the contactor and in. And that's it. That is our display. The twist socks look like this. Make sure if you decide to do this, and I'm not necessarily recommending it, that you do get a 30 amp 120 volt, as you can see here, 30 amp 125, because you don't want to overpower these. You can see it's a two-part thing. Cable goes through here, clamp fitting comes out, attaches to this end, and you need, if you're going to do that, you need a total of 4, 2 with the male stabs and 2 with the female. This is the one for the RV, which has not yet been installed. So I have a short cable in the RV, which is where I cut off the number 10 incoming. and that's going to go to this. It in turn will be connected here. This is the loader output side.